Is there something you want to tell them? Join Animal Connections and renowned pet psychic Nicole Elizabeth as she connects with your pets both living and past to deliver messages and receive answers to your questions. Here now is your host, Nicole Elizabeth.
Hello, everyone. I have no idea what happened to the intro then, but welcome to the Spirit Realm Network. My name is Nicole Elizabeth, and I'm an animal communicator from Australia, and I'm here to give you free readings tonight. So if you missed the introduction, which I have a feeling it's a glitch because I don't know if anyone has seen the news, Australia seems to be drowning at the moment with a lot of rain, and there's a lot of issues that have been caused by the rain. So internet power, that's been affected. I've got my wet hair today. I guess it's a fitting theme. But so I'm an animal communicator. I connect with animals who are living or past, and I bring through what's important to the animals. I bring through their message from their perspective. So when I say that, I mean, I don't bring through what the owner thinks the animal should be saying. I bring through what the animal tells me, what the animal makes me feel. And sometimes it's not what we think, but that's what I'm here for. I'm basically a telephone line for the animals. So if you want to pop onto this network, so if we can come onto the channel, onto spiritrealm.net, come to, let me see, I've got the chat up here. I think it's watch live, and you can interact with me through the chat. So just post your message. Let me just see. Yes, we can post photos. So if you see down on the where you write your message, there'll be a plus sign with the circle. That's where you can add your photos, just so everyone can see your babies, so I can have a look. But it just makes it a bit more interactive and a little bit more fun. So if you want to just pop onto the chat and let me know what questions you have for your pet, you can see that Rochelle has popped a message there of little Stewie. So if you're on the chat, have a look at Stewie's photo and Rochelle's messages. Now, Rochelle is a follower of mine and also a client. So we have a bit of a rapport, but you'll see how she puts in messages and asks questions and then gives me a photo. So I know Stewie, sorry, that's my rooster. I know Stewie is in spirit because I've actually connected to him in spirit and also on this channel a few times. So hello to all the viewers. Hello, Rochelle. Hello, Stewie. And let's see what we can pull through. I haven't actually read your message, but I have seen that it's there. So let me see. What have we got? Getting in early just in case it gets busy. That's fair. So for all those watching, Rochelle's written 10 a.m. That's the time where I am, but tonight is actually Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US. And so everyone watching from Australia, hello, it's Friday. But everywhere else, it is actually Thursday, the 3rd of April at 8 p.m. Okay, let me see. Today, 3 years ago, was the start of our last 4 weeks together. Oh, that's so sad. And the day our nightmare began. It's horrible. I've already had some tears there. I can't help it. I hate this month. Understandable. I just really want to hear from him today. Any messages? Also, if he could help me identify all the people that he has been with lately in the sky. I miss my son a lot. I added one of my favorite photos that shows his personality. Let me have a look. Oh, I think I've seen that photo before. He is lovely. He's definitely vibrant and a little light bulb. But you know what? As much as that's a beautiful photo on the right side, if you're looking at the chat, I'm actually more drawn to the left side. And I feel like that's a sadder time. I'm just going to pop the photo and everything down over there because I don't look at the photos when I connect. It's just, for me, it's just think of it like a radio station. You tune into a particular station. That's all the photo is for me. Stewie, that's Stewie. Out of all the Stewies in the world, that one. So that's all it is for me. So you'll see that I actually do that quite often and pop the photo to the side. So let me have a look. Oh, that's not good. Did you see that? That just broke. That's probably Stewie. Oh, Stewie. Now, I know now for the people that are watching, we all know that Stewie actually died from a really rare brain condition. But what's coming through for me today, Rochelle, is actually on his chest. I'm actually feeling a lot of pressure on my chest. So I wonder how that actually feeds in. He must have been feeling a lot of that. Like they felt like there's a lot of, it feels like external pressure, but it's coming from the inside. So this could be the way that it was reacting in his body and made him feel. But I'm feeling a lot of pressure in my chest. And I'm wondering actually if you're feeling a lot of pressure on your chest with the way that you're feeling. I wonder if he's bringing that through because of you. And I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. I'm bringing that through because it could be how he's acknowledging how you're feeling, like almost pressure on your chest. What else do we have, Stewie? I keep hearing the wheels aren't broken. The wheels aren't broken. What does that mean? Oh, he must be referring to you a lot, which makes sense. You were kind of soulmates, you two. I'm getting like this vision of a cart and one wheel has fallen off, but he's making mention that the wheels aren't broken. So I will also explain that I get a lot of symbolic images, and I don't know why they like to do it that way. I actually think it's quite fun that they do it that way, but the wheel may have fallen off, but it's not broken. So that must be something that he needs to bring through to you in his own true Stewie style, bring it through the way he wants. I'm almost seeing like, what is it, Vanilla Ice in his own style, who was iconic in the day, by the way. Okay. Now I'm getting a reference to 3 people in the sky that you're seeing. And again, to the audience that if this is your first time watching, Stewie gives Rochelle a lot of cloud images. And one of your questions was, oh, I keep hearing something out of my left ear. Like a really high, I know the bird, but it feels like a really high-pitched noise in the left side of my ear that he keeps giving me. But I'm going to go back to because I'm getting tapped. 3 people, you're seeing 3 people in the sky, not just one, you're rotating. But it feels like to me Stewie's with 3 people. One possibly that you're not really too bothered about in spirit. Not your son. I'm not referring to him. Obviously, you're bothered about that. That's not. But there's a male there that you're not too particularly bothered about who's in spirit. But Stewie has a reference to this person. There must be a female too, because I'm getting Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I'm hearing that song by, is it Neil Diamond? No, it's not. It's, oh my God, that's the Beatles. My goodness, I got tapped as soon as I said that too. Why am I, Diamonds, why are diamonds coming up? That's 2 references to diamonds then. You must have something that to do with some sort of precious gem from someone who's in spirit that he's with. And that's where I think the reference is coming through for him. Almost an acknowledgement of that. Let me see. So I'm going to have a look at the chat. Oh, here we go. Sorry, guys. There's a few chats here. Oh, okay. So confirmation, I'm going to read it out for people that are listening. So Stewie had trouble breathing. That's probably the chest issue. And Rochelle has had some weird chest pain lately. So that's a connection and a reference to both of them. Thanks for that. Madam May's mama, g'day. Hello. And Mish and Kitty Crew. Oh, your message is blocked for Lockie. That's interesting. Was it with a photo? If it's with a photo, oh no, here it is. That's okay. Great. I'll get to your message after. I'm glad that that's come through. And Rochelle has confirmed yes. I think 2 males and a female. Well, there you go. That's what Stewie was bringing through as well. So you already know. Let me see. Oh, Sam's mother left us pearls and other gems, right? And then Stewie is so Sam's mum's in spirit. Okay, so that's who it is that's left you the gems and the pearls. Right. And so Stewie is making note that he is with her and coming through almost like a game. I feel like because Stewie was quite an active ray of sunshine, I guess. You know, he'd light up a room, and he actually finds giving you signs quite the game. I feel like he was like that in life as well. Everything was fun. He made everything to the best, even in his dark days and his pain and everything that was going on in his body. He still tried to make everything fun. And I feel like he's still doing that for you now. And it's interesting because now I'm getting like pain here. And I know that's where Stewie had it. And it's fine. And it's kind of like him saying, it's fine. Tell her it's fine. It'll go away. He doesn't want you to feel like I'm going to hold on to that energy, because I'm not, because as soon as I'm finished here, it all goes. I'm drinking coffee, guys, just so you know. Couldn't do hot chocolate today. All right. Okay. Stewie, what else do we have? So they're those three people. Now I know, Rochelle, that you're a very, very busy person. I'm not going to elaborate too much on this platform, but Stewie wants you to, instead of making this the worst month of your life, try to turn it around to make it the best. Now, I know as soon as I said that, you'll be thinking, but I can't. I'm tearing up, that sort of thing. That's not the memory that Stewie wants you to have of him. Stewie doesn't want you to think really sad thoughts every time you think of him, because it kind of like makes his life null and void then. You know, like there's so much more to him than just, yes, he had a longer ending than most, but it's more like he's more than that. Like he wants to be known as more than that. And it feels like, to me, go out and I know I don't feel like you have the ability at the moment because you're quite busy to actually have a dinner to celebrate him, but I feel like that's what he wants you to do. The other thing too that's been actually not bugging me, but bringing it, like just mentioning to me the last week or so, is I know, and we all know about the Milky Way, the white Milky Way that he used to have. And I don't feel like you should touch his, obviously, but I feel like you should have one to celebrate him. It just feels like the other note too was that actually wouldn't hurt him at all. It wasn't even a risk towards the end of his life, you giving him that. That's something else that came up for me as well. That wasn't ever going to hurt him. And there are, I know, scientific reasons behind that, but I know that was a question, and I know the vet sort of said, oh, it doesn't matter, but there was no way that was going to hurt him. So if you ever had that thought that maybe that contributed in any way, it didn't. It's from what I'm getting. So I hope that gives you a bit of closure is the wrong word, but just a little bit of a message and an acknowledgement from Stewie on this occasion. So, oh dear, what else do we have? Okay, so Michelle said, that's so weird. I haven't been able to eat it since he passed. Yeah, and the vet told me it's time to give him anything he wants. Yes, because it was not going to affect him in any way, shape, or form. Thank you. You're very welcome. I feel like just doing the act of being able to eat one is going to be a move in a direction to healing. You don't have to worry about letting him go, because he's never going to be let go, but it's like a step forward. So that's just one way that he is helping you move forward. So there you go. Now, what have we got? I saw a cat weeing somewhere. My goodness. It must be the week for animals weeing when they're not meant to wee, because I had a hell of a night last night. My pets know better. Every, I think, hour or two, I was up letting one of the dogs out. It's a lot. Anyway, back to Lockie. What's this? Lockie has come into foster care adoption after our friend passed away. Oh my gosh, within 7 weeks. Lockie loves her new mum, but is peeing on the carpets and lounge. The vet confirmed there is nothing medically wrong with her, so this appears to be behavioural. She has 2 litter trays, and we are trying to help her settle and stop peeing. What can we do, please? Okay, let me have a feel into that. Okay. Right. Let me have a look. Do you know what I'm getting with Lockie? I know that, and I'm glad that you actually wrote that you had the kitty litter trays, because Lockie knows what to do. Most pets know what to do. When they're not going to the toilet in the right way, it's either a protest or a cry for help. With Lockie, what I'm getting is it's kind of like the only way I can show you how stressed I am. I feel like it's a stress-related issue. The other thing is too, I actually feel like there was something to do with the carpet in the lounge where the kitty litter trays were prior. And it feels like, it just feels like home. Does that make sense? It just kind of feels like that's where I need to be. And it just feels like home. And it just feels like I'm just going back to a moment in time. But I'm also, my body feeling very stressed and stiff. And it's almost like a cry for help is what I'm feeling. I was putting out there too, if we change the kitty litters to where she's going to the toilet now, she's just going to move spot anyway. She's very particular in what she does and knows how to do it. Oh. I feel like she holds her stress around here too, because I'm feeling it in the back of my head. Okay. So generally we need to get to the reason why to help the pattern change. Poor little thing. I'm getting very stressed and sad. Okay, so, oh gosh, Stewie's still here. I know that's my Stewie side. This is going to sound very strange, but I'm getting a scent. I'm getting a scent to a person that, because I'm putting out there, how we're going to get you to weep into your litter tray. We know it's behavioral. What's going to make you feel comfortable going there? And I just kept getting a scent, like a perfume. There must be a scent that this cat is used to, that it's almost like this is different. It's so different. And that smell where I'm weeing smells better. It smells like home. There is a scent or something from where she used to be that will make her feel at home. And that could be, if I'm getting a reference to, it may be symbolic, but I'm hearing perfume. So that could just be the perfume the person emits. You know, that could be even the deodorant, that sort of thing. It needs that smell, because that is going to calm me down. I feel like there's a lot of calming me down with the smell. And I'd even put a few drops of that in the kitty litter tray. All right, let me go have a look at the chat. Okay, so Lockie is 14 or 16, so this is big for her. That is a huge change for a cat. Cats don't like change anyway. Poor thing. Sorry, the messages are scrolling up. Lockie accepts pats on her terms. That's fairly typical. Yes. That doesn't surprise me, to be honest. Okay. Let me have a look at the pats on her terms. I feel her as her owner, after her owner. was all very sudden. Right, okay, so we've got the sudden change, stress, sadness, things are different, smells are different, everything's different. Almost get to that overwhelming as point. You know when everything changes in your life and you're not prepared for it, and all of a sudden you think, why is everything changing? Like everything's changing. It doesn't mean that everything that is changing is bad. It could be good for you, because obviously what's happening to her, given the alternative, is actually quite good, but it doesn't feel like that. And so we need to bring familiar smells. And in fact, if you have pets in shelters, it's always good to make sure that they have their familiar smell to help them keep calm and lower their stress levels. So awesome. We can work on perfume litter trays. Excellent. Let me know how it goes. Yeah, the smell is going to be big for her. I'll find out what perfume or scent a previous owner had. Absolutely. And also even try to find the same kitty litter that the person had, because that is also another smell that's familiar. We want to make everything familiar. For this cat, as soon as I said that, I feel like you've got the kitty litter trays, but I just feel like it needs to be a little bit more. It's a lot. It's a big difference, a big change. So don't forget she's mourning as well. And that's just her way of just letting you know something's wrong. And message has been received by you because you know cats very well and you rescue them, so you understand when something's not quite right. So I would definitely work on that. So you're very welcome. Grace B, I'm curious, I get a reading for my mother, Jean, on a dog named Shadow. Did you have any questions that you wanted me about? Oh, itchy. I wonder if Shadow has something to do with the nose. As soon as I read that, I was really drawn to my nose, and you probably saw that on screen. Okay. Also, please pop a message in the chat, though, if you are there, Grace. Just let me know if you want a question. But what I'm getting with, as soon as straight away, nose, sneezing, stomach is what I'm getting with Shadow. So please let me know how that relates to Shadow. It's Jen, your mum, isn't it? Jen. Okay. So while I'm waiting for that, I'll let everyone know, if you're watching on different platforms, please come over to thespiritrealm.net and come leave your chat. I think it's on Watch Live. If you click the 3 lines and then Watch Live, and then there's a chat that you just join, and you can add photos or you can interact with me. So if you are on another platform, I actually won't have the ability to see those comments and questions. So you'll have to come over to the chat on the Spirit Realm Network and ask your questions there. So let's have a look. Grace has left another comment. Oh. So Mum, this would be Jen, rescued a dog that didn't get to spend much time with her before her health started declining. Oh, that's really sad. Your mum's health, yes, not Shadow's. Interesting. Okay, I'll go back to that comment, Mish. Does that then relate to your mum's health? Maybe that's Shadow coming through for your mum. Gosh, guys, why are all the sad ones today? Show us how that is. Yeah. Okay. Let me tap into this. I'm going to change color pens. I actually don't like this pen for Shadow. Sorry, let me just move my glass of water. Colors vibrate at a different... Go blue. Colors vibrate at different energies, and so a lot of animals have a favorite color, even though technically, scientifically, they don't know for sure that animals can't see color, but they can actually understand the vibration of color. So that's when they tend to gravitate towards a color. Now you'll see with me, I popped the pink down and I went for the light blue, but light blue as a color, and this is, I feel like something for Shadow, is a lighter, more carefree color. That's where I need to be. That's where my energy needs to be, that light of carefree. And it was feeling a little bit down, if that makes sense. Okay. Let me write. Can I also just say with Shadow and your mum, I feel like there's a lot of I know you said they didn't spend a lot of time together before things declined. It just feels like it wasn't a smooth line. It feels like there was a little bit of bumps, ups and downs, little bits of moments here and there. So I wasn't sure, was sure. And there was a lot of toing and froing in relation to where I'm going to end up, where I'm going to be. And I feel like that played a part on their relationship. And it feels like there was a lot of stopping and starting. And that's why I was drawn to the blue color, because I needed to be back up to that level. And it was quite stressful for both. Okay. And I'm being drawn to the lap as well. So I feel like there's something to do with perhaps head on the lap or something on the lap. It feels like I'm like, what is that? It feels like I'm comforting your mum. I feel like your mum was going through a lot and it was a good comfort for her. I feel like Shadow was comforting your mum. Let me see in the comments. Okay, so Grace has written, my mum is extremely stressed and anxious from the situation. Okay. I don't blame her, to be honest. That would be very stressful, and explains the stomach. Right, there you go. Because as we know, energy is held in our body differently and it can come out in different ways. That's why when you're nervous, sometimes you need to go to the bathroom more, those sorts of things, because it's energy that's affecting your body. She was sweet and then would randomly snap and bite, but she was good and was so, but when she was good, she was so good. Oh, but I feel like, can I just say, I know it appears random that she would snap and bite, but I feel like it wasn't random for her. I feel like she would, almost as if I would do that. This is from Shadow's point of view. I would do that if you missed what my boundary was. Kind of like a cat, almost cat energy with Shadow. Oh, I'm getting itchy skin as well. I wonder if that has something to do with Shadow. You notice that when I'm talking about a certain pet, things happen in my body, and that's how it they bring it through, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't feel like I know it appears random, but it doesn't feel random to Shadow. And I feel like almost we're protecting energy, but we're also protecting mum's energy. It's more of a reflection of how mum was feeling, and also that's how Shadow was feeling. Mirroring, I guess, is the word. Also, too, feels like maybe your mum may have not said something when things may have been, the boundary may have been crossed, but Shadow knew. I feel like they actually had that connection, and I feel like that was also some of the moments that you would get. But I was still getting that Shadow always just wanted to make sure your mum was okay. I feel like there's a lot of that coming through from Shadow. I would just want to make sure she's okay. Almost as feel they had this same connection. Your mum felt the same way as Shadow did. And they were very much connected. Connected and protected is what I'm getting. Isn't that interesting? Okay. What else is there? Who has the shortness of breath with those two? It feels, I know it's not Stewie. I know, though, you mentioned Stewie had shortness of breath in the beginning. It's not Stewie. Someone is having a little bit of shortness of breath. Or if it's mum, it's Shadow is aware, because it feels like all of a sudden I had a really hard time breathing. Let me have a look at the chat. Okay. What's this? Mama. Okay, so Grace has confirmed she was very cat-like. She was rescued from a dark, lonely mobile home. Oh, gosh, there's no socialization until my mum came into her life. God, that is so sad. She didn't have the best owners before, right, which is why they bonded so well. God, that's so sad. House was filled with cigarette smoke. I don't feel like shadow like that at all. Because my reaction was like, ugh. But some people like the smell of smoke. Like some people like the smell of barbecues, but I'm not getting that vibe here. I feel like your mum had a calming smell to. Oh, see, it goes back to the cat. A calming smell to. No, energy. It's more the energy that your mum had. Oh, do you know what it is? This is what I'm feeling. It feels like your mum and Shadow kind of went, when they saw each other. Like best friends that haven't seen each other or they've never met. Does that make sense? That's kind of like the energy that I'm getting through, and that's why they had that instant love and why she wanted to make sure mum was always okay. Oh, bless. That's really cute. Also extremely sad. Okay. Do you know what, though, I want to say in relation to this situation is I feel like mum needs to move. I don't mean like no one really gets overthink, but like mum needs to focus on herself at the moment. And I feel like Shadow is very aware of that. And just make sure mum doesn't hold on to anything about Shadow, because they're just like, how do I say? They only want what's best for you, and that's what Shadow wants for your mum. So there you go. I'm going to leave it there, and hopefully that helps your mum. Okay, we have Denise. We have Madam May's mama. Let's go have a look. So for all of my viewers who have been following me for a few weeks or months, I guess now, would have heard the journey of Madam May. We would have heard when May transitioned and all sorts of fun stuff in between, because she was the character. And now Madam May's mama has asked a question about May, and there's a photo of May now. I love May. She's one of my favorites. And in fact, I ended up getting a black cat after speaking to May for a while. What is she enjoying most about being in spirit? Oh, I love this question. Okay, and Denise, I will get to your question. Oh, for Pumpkin. And then I'll get to Adele. Okay. All right, Madam May. Now, I don't know if Madam May sometimes visits me randomly, which I love, because why wouldn't she? Because she loves Madam May. Oh, as soon as I did that, okay. So I just even started writing May's. I don't even know why, because I never had to before. And I wrote May, and then I actually felt my legs. I felt pain in my legs. So I feel like this feels like new as well. Obviously, she's not feeling that now, but I feel like she had that towards the end. There was like shooting pain up her legs. And one thing she said to me is like, I don't have that anymore. It's freeing. What else we got, May? Freeing. It just keeps saying freeing. Oh, and the other thing too is now that makes sense. This part, you know how we always had this whistle, I'm going to call it. It's like free of that. And it wasn't even painful. It was just annoying for her because she had to hear it from here. I'm just getting a lot of opening up and free, almost as if I'm free from anything worldly. It's not even anything physical. It's just an absolute freedom. I love that your mum, and we know this goes, your mum and her are together. We know that. She still doesn't like that orange cat though. That's funny, because I know the cat hangs around, and I feel like your mum pays attention to the orange cat. And May, although she, it's not as if when we go to spirit, they just forget their personality. They don't have the, I guess, hatred, but they understand when they're not the favorite, and that one's not the favorite. The other thing too that I'm getting with May May is that it's instant. It's instant, almost as if like I don't have to try to jump, because the jumping was a huge thing for her. She loved it, and she did it to the day she died, and she said that long before she actually died. I don't even have to jump. I think it and I'm there. It is so fast, and I feel like she's having this. I'm doing this because that's what she's doing in spirit. I'm just going. I'm going here. I'm going here, and I can jump here. And it's like I can jump mountains, not kitchen tables, kitchen tops. It's just that's where the freeing part comes in. It's just so free. That could be also, you noticed I was breathing out then. I just remembered what she went through just before she passed, and I feel like that is also freeing too. I feel like, I just feel like she's having the best fun. The cat can stay away. That cat can stay away, but I'm still having the best fun. I do feel like there's other cats that she knows of, though, that's in spirit. I feel like this happened before you had her, and it feels like there's been a big reunion, and a reunion of people that she didn't know she liked until that point. Except the orange cat. That's so funny. Gosh, she's still the same. Ooh. I feel like we had this reunion as well. That's the other thing. It's just because I'm seeing balloons and celebrations. And she never really liked that in life, but I feel like she's okay with that now. Mainly because your mum's there too. So that helps. Let me see. Okay. So please let me know in the chat if that makes sense. We always go on a journey, and see how I got really fidgety and excited with May May? My whole demeanor changed, and I feel like that's also an indication of how much fun she's having. We don't have the, what is it? We don't have the uncertainty anymore. We have the certainty, and that's another thing that she likes, because she always liked that, but now she's got that beyond the worldly experiences, if that makes sense. I hope that kind of makes sense. I don't know why I'm doing this. That makes sense in my own sign language. Okay. Gidget, is that who the cat was? Oh, no wonder it was a female. That's so funny. Right. So for my viewers, May May brought up once when I didn't know that Madam May May's mama had a ginger cat, and then she would show me, I think it was this, did she come through the wall, or she just came for a visit or something, and she mentioned that cat over there, and she still has that personality. But don't worry. I feel like I have to say don't worry. It's not going to affect when you go there. You'll still be able to hang out with her just on her own. Oh, May May. Gosh, she's so funny. Oh, and I feel like I know Camille's going to be there for the Madam May May send-off. I'd be very interested to see if you feel her there. You may feel, remember how I say on air, you feel the thickness? It kind of feels like there's a thickness of air around you when there's a spirit around. It's the only way I can describe it. You may actually feel that thickness near your lap. I sometimes feel a lot near my head. It feels like they need to come and tell me they're there by being near my head. So you just look out for that too. That's the other thing I need to bring through with May May. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Denise. Pumpkin. Okay. He's very thin. What's wrong? How can I get him to eat more of his food? Come here. Let me have a look at you. Oh, sweetheart. Isn't it funny that there's a ginger cat after May May was just writing Gidget off? She knows. Nothing's a coincidence. Okay. Here we go. All right. So back to Pumpkin. How do I put that in words? Okay. I'm feeling a lot of energy here, up here. This is not the reason for being thin. I just feel like this is an effect of what's happening in his body. I feel like we have, and actually Madam May's mama may be able to give some cat owner insight on this one, that when they do have some sort of kidney issues, now I'm not a vet, do not diagnose, and always best to take to a vet, but a lot of cats won't eat and have kidney issues. And I'm also getting with this cat, there's also pain in the back left shin. That's where I'm feeling it. And again, that is an effect of what's happening inside the body. It's not like I've had a knock and my shin's hurting. It's like I'm getting pain up my shin. But it's the back is what I'm feeling. So I feel like, first of all, that's annoying. I feel like my insides are going a little bit haywire. And then up here, what is that? It just feels like there's this kind of like, I just don't want anything here, because there's this energy going up on the edge of my neck. I feel like there's a lot going on in this one's body. How are we going to get you to eat? I also feel, as I'm writing this down, that you have tried a lot to get Pumpkin to eat. Because I don't even think smells are doing it at the moment. I just feel like I'm off my food, because the look and the smell of food, I don't want to do it, because I don't want to eat, because I don't like the way it feels in my body, because I don't like the effects in my body. I know that's a lot being rapid fired at you, but that's how I'm feeling he's feeling. And I'd rather just not have that problem. I'd rather just not eat. And animals have this ability to just shut down when they just, like, they can just ignore that. They can just, well, I'm not eating. That's it. But we need to see if we can. Oof, we are very stubborn in relation to that. Okay. Because I'm trying to rattle off food. What would you like? Would you like something really smelly like sardines? Like, would you like something like nice and juicy and red? That's not attitude, but that's the response I'm getting. Oh no! See, with May, we would just do a lot of dairy, but as soon as I did that, my body's like, oh, I'm actually getting pain in my body, like in my stomach area, in my organs area. I feel like there's pain going on in there, and then I'm feeling my stomach's just shutting. You're also worried that if this continues, he's going to pass on too. And I don't actually feel like he's worried about that at all. I have to say, I just don't feel like that's not even a concern for me. It's just I'm not eating. Like, I'm that stubborn. Because it's just how I feel. Let me have a look in the chat, if that makes sense. Ugh, almost as if I'm going to dry reach too if I do eat. Oh, he's 17. Okay. Still, they can live a long time. I've had, what was it? May was 19 going on 20, and I've had another cat. My sister had a cat that was 18. So it could be age related, but that's what the feeling is inside the body. Let me see. Oh, that's totally his attitude. Okay, well, there you go. There's confirmation that I know I'm connecting to him. Let me see. He was limping in the back left. There you go. A couple of months ago, I started in on, I don't know what that is, per my vet. Good. I'm glad that you had the vet look at that. I do feel like I can feel it again. So that is interesting. That is something you've had him treated before. And that could also be, and this is not your fault, it could be that because he's not eating and not getting the nutrients that his body needs, then these things are starting to kick off, because it feels like this and then this and then this and then this. So unless he has the will to want to eat, I feel like you're not going to make him eat. I know that's probably not the answer that you came here looking for, but I'm also not going to sugarcoat things, because I don't believe in being a yes man just because you're getting a reading. You're going to get what animal's giving me. And I'm feeling almost as if my mouth is just shut. That does not mean I would not keep trying. just keep trying, because one big thing with animals is they want to have choice. He is choosing not to, but he has the choice. If you did give him that choice, boy, you'd know about it. So I would still keep offering it to him, normal food. But ultimately, we have to have him accept that he wants to eat again. Does that make sense? I know it's kind of, again, it's probably not the answer you want to hear, but it really needs to be a decision on his point, on his behalf, because he's not really concerned about the alternative. And that's how I'm feeling. Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just not, I know it's not what the answer is, but I would keep giving him, I would try with the smelly foods, keep giving him his foods, keep giving him the same, keep the routine. Just keep the routine, because that's going to make him still feel loved and special. And, then it's his choice not to eat if he doesn't want to, but it's still his routine. And that gives him they love that security. But also know that this is his choice. So, yeah, that's probably not the best, but that's all I can sort of offer from what he was giving me. Denise, it does make sense, because that's what I'm experiencing with him. Okay. Well, then I feel like you're doing all you can and you're doing the right thing. So keep that up, and know that if anything, whichever way this goes, it is his choice and he's okay with that. So that's probably the best message that I can give you when it comes to him. So I really hope that helps. Now, I did say, Adele, I'm going to get to you, and we do have, I think we've got about 10 minutes or so left. So I do have time to get you to. So there you go. My pet Waldo passed, but Token is aging quickly. Oh my goodness, guys, this is really sad. What's with all the older pets? Oh, I actually don't feel like it's a coincidence that we had this cat and then this aging pet as well. Let me have a look. That's perfect. Thank you so much. At least I know it's not Dire Straits. At least, yeah, thank you. You're very welcome, Denise. Where are we? Adele. What was the question? Sorry, I'm just going to go back. Token. Like a token of appreciation. I feel like that's what he feels like he is. I'm getting more male or masculine energy with Token. Does that, and it could be female with male vibes, but that's what I'm feeling I'm going towards. That more energy. Okay. What have we got? Okay, so I just put out there aging quickly, and I heard, no, I'm aging gracefully. Okay. We like to have the last say. That's okay. We like that too. So Token feels that we are aging gracefully. That's actually quite cute. Yes, he's male. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Thank you for that confirmation. Do you know what he reminds me of? Oh my gosh. I don't know if many people remember this, but many years ago I used to work in a video store, and there's a movie called Grumpy Old Men, and then Grumpy Old Men. He reminds me of one of those old men. Exterior that you'd think, oh dear, but then inside, really cute, really adorable, and has that, really likability, although sometimes a bit standoffish. What have we got? So Token aging gracefully. So make sure you say that around him. I get the word peacefully as well. Is this a concern of yours, that maybe there's something going on and it's not very peaceful going on inside his body? It feels like, I'm getting cramps in my front would be front paw. So there must be something going on in there. I can feel it, but I'm not, what's the word? It's not my be all and end all, you know? It's almost as if that stoic personality, like, yeah, that's, you know, just rolling with the punches. We're just going on. That's what he means. I'm just going gracefully, and whatever you think is fine, but I'm just rolling with the punches. And happy about that. Maybe he doesn't like being touched a certain way though, and I feel like that's quite known, but that's also then that his boundary. But that's okay. It's kind of like, as long as we're cool, we're cool type of personality. What is that? Why am I getting hats off? Why is he taking, now again, this comes down to symbols that I get, and I get images that are symbolic. It doesn't mean they're actual, but it's like he's taking his hat off to you. What have you done that he's actually taking, you know, when you say that, I take my hat off to you, because, you know, I just couldn't do that. It feels like you're doing something that he's aware of, and he's taking his hat off to you. I guess almost like he's proud of you. I know this is for him, but it's kind of like he's reflecting it. It's kind of like he's throwing it back at you in a good way. Let me have a look in the chat. It's always in a good way, I feel like. So potential cancer, right? Okay, that could be why there's pain in there. Can I just say, I'm going to put it this way. That's why peacefully is coming up. Now I understand. Can I just say that some people, when animals have cancer, they make very different decisions. Doesn't mean any of them are right or wrong. But because he's said peacefully, I'm getting the sense that from his point of view, we're not doing treatment. I'm going peacefully. I'm going gracefully. I'm not going undignified. I'm not doing any, I don't want any of that. And I don't say that lightheartedly, because I've had a dog with cancer, and we actually did put him through chemo on the basis that he was okay, and he was for a long time. And then my sister had an animal that had cancer and went through chemo and was not okay. And then there was other decisions made. So, but what I'm getting from Token is that I don't want that. I'm gracefully and peacefully are just the two words that keep coming up. So he wants to make sure that is held on to for his sake and his dignity. So let me just have a look at the chat. We just started medication. Okay, well, don't make sure the medication doesn't make him sick, because that's not what he wants. And again, this is an opinion, or his opinion. It's not my vet. I'm not a vet, so I can't give you any medical advice, just what the animal is putting onto me. Obviously make your own opinion and where you sit with everything, because at the end of the day, it's your pet, and you need to feel comfortable where you are with that and how things progress. And so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Don't do anything just because I said. Just see what feels right within your energy field. And that's the best way I can put it, because I can only tell you what comes through to me. Whether that resonates with you, that's completely your decision to make. And that's totally fine. Everyone is entitled to do that. And so I just want to make sure, though, that whatever we do, it's done with grace and elegance. I don't know why Amal now is bringing up grace and elegance, but it just feels like that's the way. And I almost hear the words, that's the way the cookie crumbles, you know, kind of like, well, again, that's it, you know, that's just the way it goes. So it feels like possibly you're more upset about it than he is. Animals have this amazing ability of being able to accept these things. I don't know if I would personally, but that's, again, we're very different to animals, and they seem to be a lot higher, I feel, spiritually than us anyway. So let me see. Let me see if there's anything else coming through. I'm going to change colours for him too. I'm going to go green for token. That's actually another thing. Do you have anything green in your house? The reason I ask is because green, when you're doing aura readings, color readings, things like that, when I do them for people or animals, green is a color of healing, and now it can mean different things to different scenarios. Like it does look blue in this light, but I can tell you it's not. It can be money, it can be defense, you know, the army kind of colors. It can mean wealth, or it can mean healing. And I'm feeling that vibration is very healing to token. But let me be clear. When I say healing, I mean acceptance of energy and being okay. Does that make sense? Being okay with where I'm at. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like I'm getting tapped now. So if you do have something, and that could be a green pillowcase, a green blanket, something like that, just that vibration, just to bring that energy through to token. And again, I'm getting level of acceptance with that. Oh, funny that I switched with water for token. I feel like that is something that needs to be God, now I'm going blank. It feels like this is what something maybe that he may be doing as well. You may look at him and go, what's going on there? Water. It feels like when water is not being, when he's not drinking enough water, it's going to be known. And I feel like that's going to be a notable point in time. I'll put it that way. Okay, that's interesting. Let me see if there's anything in the chat. He's always been tough, though. That makes sense. He's just going to like cruise on in. Lots of green accents and plants in my house. I love that. Keep that, because that is actually a form of healing. Oh, green. Although these different green, but yes, keep the green. I love that. That's probably why he's been doing so well, because of the green vibration energy. Oh, and he seems extra thirsty lately. Okay, there you go. So keep the water up, because water is life, and water keeps obviously things moving and going in the body and accepting, you know, and if he is on medication too, the water helps bring that through, and we need water to live, let's face it. So if there's a change in that, as in the opposite direction, then that's going to be a notable moment. But if he's wanting more water, give him more water. Make sure he's got that flow, and it also eliminates toxins and stuff, as we know, from their body. So that is so interesting that I had to switch to water, and that then is, I guess, another confirmation for you that that's how token is feeling. So I love that. I feel like he's very much can very much let you know how he feels and thinks just by almost staring at you, almost as if he's going, you know what I'm asking. But I feel like that's just him, and that's what you love about him anyway. So I think that's, I'm circling it because I'm like, you need to just make sure he's wrapped up with that. So make sure there's all that green in the house. There you go. I hope that resonates with you and with token. I am actually going to have to leave the readings there, because there's a show on after me, The Realm of Darkness, is a podcast. So please, if you're hanging around, stay around and listen to that show, watch that show. All the shows on this network are really cool. I'm not just saying that because I'm here, because even friends of mine that mediums are spot on, and it's just really cool to watch all the different shows. So thanks, guys, for joining me. Thank you for interacting with me. Thank you for allowing me to connect with your pets. It's always an honor and a pleasure, and I do not take it lightly. And thank you. Please come back next week. So next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to give you it's going to be the 10th of April. Geez, where did that go? So I'm going to see you guys next week, and I hope you have a wonderful week.